and welcome to Political Nerds. How are you guys doing today? How has your weekend been? Oh my goodness, my weekend has been absolutely jam-packed, as you can appreciate. For those that don't know, I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. Now, of course, before I jump into this Red Alert broadcast, the usual disclaimer: do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. I'm not part of the left. Oh, controversial, right, guys? Oh my goodness. But yes, I did attend the Unite the Kingdom free speech rally over the weekend. Unfortunately, I tried going live a couple of times. Nah, the internet was not having it at all. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. Jane's saying I sound very low. I don't know. I'm looking at my audio right now and everything seems to be cock-a-hoop up here. So I don't know. I don't know, Jane. Maybe increase the volume a little bit at your end, hon. But yeah, with that being said, yeah, guys, the Unite the Kingdom rally, I'm going to go through it all with you guys, what really happened, my kind of thoughts, my experiences literally on the ground. And let me put it this way to you guys. Mainstream media is saying there was 100,000 people there. Yeah, mainstream media are lying to you. I was there. There were millions, right? You only have to look at the freaking drone shots to see that there was more than 100,000 people there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, with that being said, let me walk you through what I'm going to be going into when it comes to what happened on Saturday, the 13th of September, the Unite the Kingdom free speech rally. First up, yeah, the left lunacy. Two-tier Keir's reaction to the free speech rally. Seriously, dude just needs to resign at this point, and we need to have a new election. Like, game over, right? Next up, after that, oh, do I have a treat for you guys. I was on the ground, and I asked one question, one very simple question, okay? Is Keir Starmer a wank? Oh, we're going to have some fun for that particular section for today's Red Alert broadcast. And then thirdly, the left is done. Done, and done. No one can save the left. F the left. Their reaction to the free speech rally and the millions of British patriots that attended, it just shows that they have no respect whatsoever at all. No respect. Not really a nice bone in their body. I mean, just look at some of their the reactions from their side with the murder of Charlie Kirk last week. I'm just like, and the reaction's still coming through. And they're still abhorrent and still disgusting, right? But yeah, F the left is done, so we're going to get through that. And then finally, you guys might have seen news that there was some alleged disorder at the rally, right? Oh my goodness, the left and the far right all of a sudden met face to face and there was panic and chaos and mayhem, right? No, let me tell you what really freaking happened. I was there, dudes. So, that is what we're going to go through for today's Red Alert broadcast for Monday, the 15th of September, 2025. Mon in 1964, thank you so much for the £5 super chat, saying, Steph, Starmer doesn't own that flag. The flag was here before he was born. Damn freaking right. It just, their reaction to it all is absolutely disgusting. So we're going to go through that and we're going to tear it apart bit by freaking bit and have some fun with it. But with that being said, before I actually jump into today's show, First and foremost, everyone that's watching, stay exactly where you are, because as soon as this red alert broadcast is finished, you will be redirected, not to a black screen, of course, not to a black screen, but you will be redirected. There we go. Ta-da. It's as if I've never streamed before, guys. You'll be redirected to this. Yes. It'll be starting in just about an hour's time. Unite the Kingdom rally. What you missed. So, the internet wasn't working for me. Oh, I had a workaround for that, guys. I just filmed my way through the rally, got to speak to a buttload of you British patriots out there. We had some fun. It was a freaking party atmosphere, party carnival atmosphere. It was epic. Let me show you guys, right, the best bits and what you missed, because I was literally there in the rally, in the walk, before we got to Whitehall. I was in the thick of it, and I got to meet and speak to so many wonderful men and women in the crowd. We had a laugh. You want to know what really happened as we walked through to Whitehall? Check this out. You guys will be redirected to this premiere video straight after this red alert broadcast. So stay exactly where you are, because the fun is not going to stop yet. Not a freaking chance. But yeah, in the meantime, guys, yeah, let's get into it, right? Because first and foremost, right, Keir's reaction to the rally. Let's get into that first. So the left, as usual, right, have jumped on the bandwagon that the rally was far right, racist, bigoted. You know the usual, right? Well, I dare them, first and foremost, to say it to this lady's face. Check this out.
What the future of England look like if nothing's changed?
We would have been taken over for sure, erased forever and forgotten. And nobody would even know England was a British country, well-spoken, led by the Queen, led by the King. King, come on, you need to do something. I'm very sorry. When the Queen was alive, respect was there. Can we have the same respect? It's a British country. It's well-spoken. If you can't speak English, get out. The migrants coming with the boats, unfortunately, you come here, you say you want a better life. How about you start sweeping the streets of Britain, learn English, go to school, speak English, and maybe you could be slightly accepted. But because we don't know your background, we don't know where you're coming from, we need to protect our children, we need to also protect the future of this country. It's a sovereign country. Sovereign means queen, king. That means if you can't speak English, get out. There's no better life here. We all work hard, pay your taxes. Those taxes then help the country, and leave the children alone. You do this to your women back home. We don't want to know. I'm not British, but I'm telling you, I'm from a British colony. You can't speak English, get out.
I dare the left to call that lady far right, racist, bigoted. I dare them. How about the left and Keir Starmer, yeah, two-tier Keir, saying all that BS to these patriots right here?
Real, live and raw. Why are you here today?
I'm here in support of our country, our British patriots, and also in solidarity with our American friends and free speech, especially following the death of Charlie Kirk. It's so important to be here today and just to be with fellow patriots and just to have a voice and show this government that we can still have our free speech. It's so important. We don't want to lose our free speech.
That's amazing.
There we go. I'm not going to play it all. I was just going to play like the first minute or so, okay? How about the left say, oh, it was far-right, racist and bigoted and all that malarkey, the rally, to this gentleman right here?
How do you feel seeing this?
Well, it's amazing, man. I mean, it's the equivalent of a Trump rally, and I think it's even more important after what happened with Charlie Kirk, things like this. And, you know, people call Tommy Robinson a racist, a fascist, this and that. And, you know, it's just normal people. Look, I'm Iranian. I was born in Iran. I came to the UK. I'm a British citizen. I've been here for the last 20 years. But this is where the real people are. This is what the real people think. Yeah, you need freedom of speech in society. You need things like this. You need rallies like this in order for you to express. Because look, and you should get experience from people that have come from Iran, for example. And after I saw what happened in my country, similar things has happened. And the only way we can combat that is through freedom of speech.
Do you think the left are going to call any of these British patriots racist, bigoted, far right, Nazis? You know, the usual that they all like to go to. I dare them to. I dare two-tier Keir to say that to their faces. Now, speaking of two-tier Keir, of course he's going to rear his ugly head, right? And here's his reaction to the free speech rally. He says, people have a right to a peaceful protest. It's core to our country's values. But we will not stand for assaults on police officers doing their job, or for people feeling intimidated on our streets because of their background or the colour of their skin. Sorry, you've just seen, you know, people, right, of various races, other than the typical British white, yeah? Be like, yeah, we support this rally. So already, two-tier Keir don't have a freaking leg to stand on, right? And he's already going by the playbook of just demonise the whole lot of us and call us far right and we're the enemy. Well, guess what? They did that to Charlie Kirk. Demonised him. Called him all the names under the sun. Made him the enemy. What happened to him? This kind of rhetoric, not only from the left, but from, sad to say, our leaders as well, is absolutely irresponsible and dangerous. Instead of just dismissing it as far right, this, that, and the other, yeah, our leaders, right, need to actually do some work and actually really look into the reasons as to why quite literally 2 to 3 million people descended onto London and with one voice said, enough is freaking enough. Not turn round and be like, yeah, the rally was blah, 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 blah. You know, the usual that the left freaking spew out, right? Now, this is the rest of his response. He says, Britain is a nation proudly built on tolerance, diversity and respect. Our flag represents our diverse country and we'll never surrender it to those that use it as a symbol of violence, fear and division. Let me be very real to you on this, okay? I went to that rally on my own. It was just me. That was it. It was the safest I'd ever felt in the middle of London. The safest. And I saw no violence, fear or division. Instead, right, as you'll see with this video that will be premiering in a little under an hour's time now, okay, there was no violence. There was no fear. There was no intimidation. It was a happy crowd. We were jubilant. It was party. It was a carnival atmosphere. But no, he's going to paint us all as being violent, fearmongers and dividing people. Where's the division with this lady here that attended the rally? Where's the division here? Where's the division here? Quite literally, every single person from all corners of the UK, every race, every religion came to this rally. We were not divided. We were united. And two-tier Keir still wants to demonise us. Yeah, he's not going to last very long in power now. Democratically speaking, he is going to be voted out. That's it. He is done. Now, this is the thing, right? He wants to demonise the Unite the Kingdom rally. As soon as I saw this tweet, right, I thought to myself, hang on a minute. Dude, where's your outrage for the Notting Hill Carnival? Why do I say that? Well, thanks to Lee Brown on X here for sharing this little doodah here, right? Unite the Kingdom Rally 2025, 9 arrests. Notting Hill Carnival 2025, 528 arrests. There was no arrest for weapon possession or sexual offences at the Unite the Kingdom rally, but there were 46 arrests for weapon possession and 18 arrests for sexual offences. Mainstream media, though, and the politicians would have you think that going to the Notting Hill Carnival is a wonderful family day out. And that the Unite the Kingdom rally, oh, it's dangerous, it's all far-right, racist, bigoted Nazis. Sorry, but the numbers don't freaking lie, do they? Where was two-tier Keir's condemnation and reaction to what happened at Notting Hill Carnival earlier on this year? Crickets, right? Proper clammed up there. Now, as Liam Tuff says right here, okay, Britain, he quotes two-tier Keir saying, Britain is built on tolerance and diversity. He says, Britain is built on tolerance and we've tolerated as much as we're prepared to take. Tolerance is one thing and submission is another. When he jailed working class Britain, the thoughts and fears, he underestimated the power of the people. We are not his people, and he has no comprehension of who we are. We are soldiers within our own right and will not be beat, least of all by a communist rat like Starmer. Take notice of the movement. The culture will soon steal the politics, and we will reclaim our once great country. Starmer's time is numbered, and the people's time has just begun. And this is the thing, right? One of the biggest hypocrisies of the left and a Labour dictatorship is this. They all say, yeah, we're built on tolerance and diversity. Well, where's the tolerance for us? Where's the tolerance for us? Where? They go straight away to their tried and true and tested, right? We're far right, we're bigoted, we're Nazis, we're racist, we're this, that and the other. No, we're not. We're not. It shows when they go to that time and time again that all their talk of them wanting to be tolerant, this, that and the other, it's all BS. Because if they really wanted to be tolerant, truly, then they wouldn't subject us to ad hominem attacks like that. They wouldn't be so intolerant of us, right? For them to be tolerant, they would actually have to sit down and listen to us instead of going straight to the attack. Do you see where I'm coming from there? It's freaking insane. Now, Ben Habib, the leader of Advance UK, makes a really, really good point here. And he says the following. The peaceful protest yesterday spontaneously broke into chanting, Starmer is a wanker. Keir Starmer has just proven them correct. Yeah, he has. He has. Keir Starmer has just proven himself to be an intolerant wanker. An intolerant wanker. But guys, let me show you a little bit of a clip right here. Here we go. So, this is what I made earlier on, okay? Please bear in mind, I only came back like at midnight last night, so I haven't had that long to be able to edit things together, so please forgive me for the haphazard editing with this video. But guys, okay, I had one question to ask people that I met in the crowd, in the rally as we were walking towards Whitehall, right towards the stage. And the very, very important question, the cutting question of the day was this. Is Keir Starmer a wanker? Some hard-hitting journalism here, guys. Take a look at this.
Starmer's a wanker. Keir Starmer's a wanker. Keir Starmer's a wanker. Keir Starmer's a wanker.
Trouble is, Keir Starmer's a wanker.
Oh, hang on.
Hello.
There we go.
It's got a mind of its own, this one. All right.
All right, what's your name, mate?
Harry, my name's Harry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name's Steph. What do you want to say?
Just want to say Keir Starmer's a wanker. And England must stand together in this day of beauty. Oh, Tommy Robinson.
Do you think Keir Starmer is a wanker?
Keir Starmer's a fucking wanker.
Do you think Keir Starmer is a wanker?
Correct!
Do you think Keir Starmer is a wanker?
The biggest one I've ever met.
Do you think Keir Starmer is a wanker?
He should have been wanked up the curtain net.
Do you think Keir Starmer is a wanker?
His mother should have made her fella pull out.
Keir Starmer's a wanker. Keir Starmer's a wanker.
Keir Starmer's a wanker. Keir Starmer's a wanker. Yes! Yes! Is Keir Starmer a wanker?
Definitely.
There you go. Is Keir Starmer a wanker?
Who's Keir Starmer?
Who's Keir Starmer?
Yeah.
He's otherwise known as two-tier Keir, the tyrant and dictator that's in number 10 at the moment. That Keir Starmer.
Yeah, he's a wanker.
Perfect. Do you think that Keir Starmer is a wanker?
He's definitely a wanker. I'd say he's an anal sphincter as well.
Yes. Do you think Keir Starmer is a wanker?
Yes, he's a wanker.
There we go.
Or as Daddy Dar would say, he's a slag.
And you, sir, do you think Keir Starmer is a wanker?
The biggest one we've ever seen. I've heard you've travelled all the way from Yorkshire today to be here in the capital, London. I'd just like to say, what do you think of Keir Starmer?
He is the biggest wanker in the world. Do you think Keir Starmer's a wanker?
I think he's a knobhead and a wanker.
Keir Starmer's a wanker. Keir Starmer's a wanker.
Oh, the Maoris are up.
So, yes, a little bit of hard-hitting journalism there as I was reporting on the ground, in the middle of the crowd as we were marching towards Whitehall. And yes, I think the overall consensus of the crowd is that indeed Keir Starmer is a wanker. Completely proven, indisputed, done, dusted, and there we go. In the meantime, can anyone save two-tier Keir? Can anyone actually really save the left? For me, do you know what? F them. F the left at this point. Because we've got here, okay, a journalist and presenter, Sangeeta Maiska, and if I've mispronounced the name, I really, really do apologise. And she says the following on X. She says, Robinson claims his goons are trying to protect women and girls. Well, the vast majority of people at today's anti-racism march were women, mostly white women. This is who Tommy Robinson's thugs were attempting to attack by circumventing cordons and assaulting police officers. What? What? Now, we're going to get onto the alleged brouhaha later on in the show, right? And I'll tell you what really happened there. And guess what? Breaking news. It wasn't our fault. Anywho, this is the thing, right? Sangeeta turns around and says, Robinson claims his goons are trying to protect women and girls. Well, the vast majority of people at today's anti-racism march were women. Well, guess what? I was, again, at the United Kingdom Free Speech Rally, and I met a ton of women there as well. It wasn't just mainly men. There were a shiz ton of women there as well, women and girls. And guess what? Tommy Robinson and the United Kingdom crew, they are trying to protect women and girls, right? Now, for those that don't know, and I've been completely honest about it, right? As a child, I was raped repeatedly. Now, it wasn't anything to do with the rape gangs, the grooming rape gangs or anything like that. It was just one monster, but one monster's enough, right? As a child, I was raped repeatedly, countless times. Guess what? When I was in the middle of London on Saturday, in that rally, I never felt more safe or more at home. Guys, I couldn't stop freaking smiling. Everyone was so kind and welcoming. So, F. Sangeeta turning round and saying that Robinson claims that his goons are trying to protect women and girls. No. It's not claiming, right? He is. He is by speaking out. By being a leader of the movement. And as someone who was raped repeatedly as a child, I definitely stand by Tommy Robinson and would say wholeheartedly that, yeah, he is trying to protect women and girls with what he's doing. Abso-freaking-lutely. I wonder if Sangeeta would dare say that to my face. Oh, he's trying to protect women and girls. Well, guess what? He is. And this is coming from a survivor of child rape. This is how ignorant the left is. Sometimes, you know what? I have a saying. Sometimes you cannot reason or rationalise with stupid. You end up banging your head against a wall, and I'm sorry, I like my head the way it is. Do you know what I mean? Now, the Stand Up to Racism crew, right? Do you know what? I'll give these fellas their due. They've graciously admitted defeat on the day. These guys accepted the reality of the situation that happened on Saturday. So get a load of this, guys.
And we've just gotten back from the counter demo against Tommy Robinson. And I think before we go to the lessons, we really have to look at the reality of what this demo was, and that is a pretty humiliating defeat. If we look at the numbers alone, Tommy Robinson's side seems to have gotten around 1 million, and on our side, lucky if it was 15,000, more likely 10,000. So I think maybe if we just start there, you know, like how did we get here?
I mean, before that, like, we have to be clear about this. Like, our side was completely defeated. Tommy Robinson won hands down without even a fight. You know, the reports are different regarding the numbers, but yeah, the videos show the police said 100,000. It's obviously had more than that, and our side was totally the counter demo was small, was really tepid, wishy-washy, and what was also surprising is how confident and emboldened the right was, because the demo was attacked at Whitehall, people were trapped, and you know they were ready for show.
Yeah, we're going to get on to that incident in a moment. So bear with me on that, okay? There was an alleged clash, right, between the United Kingdom movement and the far left, right? The Stand Up to Racism guys. And guess what? Shocker, it wasn't our fault. But we're going to get on to that shortly, so stay tuned. I'm going to tell you what the mainstream media doesn't want to tell you guys at all, right? But credit where credit's due, right? Those Stand Up to Racism dudes turned around and was like, yeah, we were defeated. They admitted that there were more than 100,000 at the rally, that it was close more to 1 million, actually more close to 3 million, but okay, whatever, fair play. And they were like, yeah, we had like 10,000 at the most. Nah, you had about 5,000. And to be fair, if the best you can do is get the likes of Narinder freaking Kaur to be the face of that protest on Saturday, because that's the only clip I'm seeing going around X, right? It's her in front of them all. Yeah, F the left. The left are done at this point. They're done. The silent majority has risen. And this is a thing, right? The silent majority aren't that silent anymore. They're not. Saturday, the 13th of September, is when the world freaking changed for the UK. That was the epic turning point. And there's no going back now. No matter how hard the left cry for it, no matter how hard two-tier Keir and his Labour dictatorship try and slam us down more, they can't stop what started now. They can't stop it now. As Pippa B says here on X, I was deep behind enemy lines yesterday with the counter-protesters as 1.5 million British patriots stormed London. I can tell you one thing, they are terrified and scared of the growth of our movement. Showing me clips with worried looks, terrified politically. They know deep down they are on the losing side. This is the thing. They've always been on the losing side deep down. It's just the majority against them was silent for so long because we were tolerant for so long. But enough is enough. We are sick and tired, right, of illegal immigrants breaking into our country. We are sick and tired every single day. A new headline, another illegal immigrant has either attacked, raped, robbed someone, right? Predominantly British white lass. And even more disgustingly, little British underage children. We're sick and tired of it. We're sick and tired of us spending billions of our taxpayer money on these illegal immigrants when they shouldn't be here in the first place. We don't have that money to spare, right? Yet we're spending billions on them. But, don't worry. We don't have enough money for the elderly and their heating allowances, that and the other, so we're going to take it away from them. Are you shizzing me? Even the government over the last couple of weeks, during that trial in regards to the Epping Hotel, turned around and said that the illegal immigrants have more rights than us. And then you got Bridget Phillipson, who, by the way, for some dumb reason, is trying to go for the Deputy Prime Minister now in Labour, turned round on Sky News and admitted verbally, yeah, the illegal immigrants have more rights than us British natives. They, the left, were always on the losing side. They were always on the losing side. The difference now is that the silent majority is not silent anymore. On Saturday, I witnessed, I was there, I joined in to the one roar, the one British lion roar that woke up and in one sentence said enough is enough. Oh, and Keir Starmer's a wanker as well. Now, speaking of two-tier Keir, no one can save Starmer now. He's done. He's done. Here we go. The headlines, thanks to Sammy sharing this on X. Scramble inside number 10 to save Starmer. Dude. Nah. Starmer cannot be saved. And no one can even save Sadiq Khan, the joke of a London mayor that we've got at the moment. So here, the article is saying that Sadiq Khan is facing pressure to resign over the grooming gang problem, right? Comes after a police whistleblower revealed to The Express that the horrific crime has been rife in London for 20 years. You've seen the clips. I've seen them too. I've reported it on this channel here, right? Sadiq Khan is in front of the London Assembly. Susan Hall, right? Asking Sadiq Khan about the grooming gangs. And he turns around and he's like, oh, what's the definition? Yeah, plain freaking dumb because opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. He knew all along. He's not freaking stupid. He's not stupid, guys, right? And so, decorated former detective, this is the whistleblower here, John Wedger, claims that he uncovered a trove of evidence suggesting that there's organised sexual exploitation of children in the capital on a level that goes way beyond notorious scandals in towns like Rotherham or Rochdale. So he's turning around and saying, if you think Rotherham and Rochdale's bad, you haven't heard about London yet. You have not heard about London yet. He says when he presented his findings to senior police officers and representatives from the local council to bring the perpetrators to justice, he was blocked. He was blocked. Cop bosses also stonewalled detailed reports about grooming gangs operating in Tower Hamlets, Croydon and Westminster. He says, I was told if I ever mentioned what I'd uncovered, I would lose my home, job and children because this would F the Met Police past, present and future. And to back up his claims, dude's got the receipts. He showed his police book to the reporters from the Time and the contemporary reports sent to superiors, as well as a detailed statement that he submitted to the 2022 independent inquiry into child sexual abuse. Yeah. Damn right. The left are on the losing side. Because when you got someone like freaking Sadiq Khan on the left, allegedly, I'm going to have to say allegedly, right? Turning a freaking blind eye to what's been going on in London to our children as a result of these, and let's be real here, predominantly Muslim rape gangs. You're not winning. You're not freaking winning. You're losing. You've lost the moral high ground. You're done. It's over. You're in power to protect the vulnerable. And one of the most vulnerable are our children. It's freaking disgusting. And yeah, better late than never that the left now actually realise that they're on the losing side. No one can save Starmer. No one can save Sadiq Khan. No one can save freaking Zara Sultana either. Zara Sultana, I'm sorry, she's a freaking joke. What a joke she is. She says, Zara Sultana MP says Britain is for everyone except you racist white Tommy Robinson lot. You remember earlier on when I said the left is all about, wanting to be tolerant and inclusive for everyone. Oh yeah, they're tolerant and inclusive for everyone apart from us. Yeah, no. You can't claim to be tolerant and inclusive when in the same breath you are excluding a large proportion of the population here. Oh, and just to give you the numbers, between 2 to 3 million that descended into London to say enough is freaking enough. As Alex Armstrong says right here, didn't see Shabana condemning the 500 arrests at Carnival. How about those arrests at Palestine rallies for violence against the police? Yeah, the hypocrisy is off the charts with the left. They're all going to lose their jobs at the next election. Every single one of them. Goodbye, bye-bye. Enjoy it whilst it lasts. Because every single one of us is going to that ballot and we are kicking you out peacefully and democratically. You are done. It is over. Game over. Bye-bye. We've had enough of leaders putting illegal immigrants first ahead of us. I've had enough of leaders putting other countries first against us. I reported on it a few months back now, I remember it. There was a bunch of MPs, right? And they're lobbying Parliament to provide funding to Pakistan to build an airport. Because the Pakistanis here, when they travel over to Pakistan, they've got to travel quite a way to get to the area that they come from. Okay, fine. But apparently that route, when they get to Pakistan and they travel to where they want to go, is a bit dangerous. Okay. Well, Pakistan can sort themselves out. They have their own money. All right? If we're going to build any airports, it's going to be in this country, not in another freaking country. I'm sick and tired of all this. We need leaders that's going to represent us and actually serve us, right? The British people, not the illegal immigrants, not any other country, right? Not foreigners. No, us. And that's not being racist. No, that's a reasonable expectation. When I vote for someone at the ballot, I vote for someone because I believe that they're going to represent me, they're going to fight for me, and they're going to make my life better in some way, shape or form, right? Yeah. Not that I'm going to go to the ballot and vote for someone who I think is going to make an illegal immigrant's life better, or foreigner's life better in another country, or another country's life better. Don't vote for a candidate for any of that. So why do we have people in power right now that are doing that exact thing? It's nuts. It's absolutely freaking nuts with a capital freaking N. Now, let's get into, okay, the alleged disorder at the rally. Before I do so, my goodness, I do have a couple of thank yous. First and foremost, thank you so much to Monty1964 for the £5 super chat saying, Steph, Starmer doesn't own that flag. The flag was here before he was born. Damn freaking right. He's a dictator. It's as simple as that. This is why I say we don't have a government anymore. We have a dictatorship. That's it. He doesn't have the public mandate anymore. Keep screaming on about that. No, I'm not going to call an election because we still have the public mandate. No. Saturday just freaking proved he don't have a public mandate. He is done. That is it. My goodness. Natalie Miranda. Wow. Thank you very, very much for that very generous $99.99 super chat. No message, just wow. That is extremely generous. Guys, hearts in the chat right now for Natalie because that, wow. Thank you so much. Wow. An MPNG Creed Menace. Thank you so much for the £2 super chat. And my favourite, the Ginger Doggy farting out moment. I love it. Thank you so much. If anyone else wants to send a super chat, by all means, go ahead. Only if you can, of course. I will get to you guys as and when I can during this show. In the meantime, yeah, let's get on to the alleged disorder at this rally because you guys, earlier on, I told you about Starmer's reaction to the rally and that it was focused on the small minority of people involved in an alleged disorder at the rally. Now, let me tell you guys what really happened, because as usual, mainstream media are not telling you the full story. If anything, mainstream media are going to the usual trope that the Unite the Kingdom rally were the bad guys and the Stand Up for Racism guys, oh, they were the innocents. They were attacked upon. Oh, no. So, let's get into what Wolf, World by Wolf, is asking right here on X. Because he's asking a very, very good question here, and it's this. Why did the Met Police allow the Unite the Kingdom rally and the Stand Up to Racism protests to come within metres of each other? See, the only reason why the two sides were in close proximity to each other in the first place was because the Met Police actually allowed it. They actually allowed it. Whether intentional or not, they created that situation. Now, Wolf says these groups should have been kept well apart. This is a total failure of the Met at best and a deliberate strategy to cause violence so the BBC and Sky could play clips on the news tonight. And by golly, did they do that. And here's the map right here. Howard Cox, tell the truth, mainstream media. Look where the alleged disorder was. It was at the areas of left-wing thugs. Police map of disorder. There you go. This was where the disorder all was. Because what happened, right, and what I've gathered is that those that couldn't make it to Whitehall, right, some of them, for some reason, were kind of siphoned off and told to go elsewhere. But when they were told to go elsewhere, they were siphoned off and guided by the Met Police, and this is my understanding of it, to the area where the Stand Up to Racism rally was. Yeah. So again, let me be very clear. My understanding of this is that when Whitehall was full and no one else could get in, the Met Police started to tell the crowd to go elsewhere, right? And some of the Met Police told the crowd to go near the area, around the area where the Stand Up to Racism rally was. The only way that the Unite the Kingdom rally could have been anywhere near the Stand Up to Racism rally was that the Met Police guided them to that place. Showed them the freaking way, guys. the redirect by the Met Police, whether it was intentional or not, by my understanding what I've read, was bad. A bad mistake on the Met Police's part. Why do I say intentional or not intentional? I'll get to that in a moment, okay? Because a lot of people are saying, oh, well, this was the Met's grand plan to be like getting a gotcha moment, right? Getting the Unite the Kingdom rally to close to the Stand Up to Racism guys to create all this drama and all this violence that they then could blame on the Unite the Kingdom rally, right? And Tommy Robinson. That is a theory that's going around. I actually disagree with that theory, and I'm going to get onto that in a moment, so stay tuned. Now, as Grifty explains right here, shocking scenes as police moved masked Antifa thugs right into the crowd of patriots to stir things up, and are telling the press that patriots attacked them. Met Police, shame on you. And here is a TikTok clip from @AgnewTravels. There you go. You see the Unite the Kingdom rally on one side, the Stand Up to Racism crew on the other. The whole thing was organised, right? That it was supposed to be separate. The only way for me that these crowds could have been together like this is if the Met Police redirected some of our lot over near to the Stand Up to Racism crew. Now, an eyewitness was there, Lisa, at Lisa Reality 1, and she said the following. You tried to trap us on the exit of Westminster Bridge onto Parliament Square, where there was no further capacity. Families with children and non-threatening peaceful marchers were being overwhelmed, and a surge occurred because you would not allow people to exit sensibly via the embankment. There was potential for a crush as more flowed over the bridge. You were ill-prepared with police in the blockade that should have been authorised to release us. They had to eventually, and sadly, a policewoman went down in the surge and I was punched in the chest. It was a debacle. Another eyewitness explained the following. And again, this is Pippa B, the undercover reporter, right, that infiltrated the left, saying masked Antifa are antagonising the British Patriots. The crowds are mixing at Trafalgar Square. I smell trouble ahead unless the police get this sorted. The fault of the police in the first place that the two crowds ever met like this, right? And here's some footage right here. Thanks to my mate, Emma Dunwell, He Speaks Freely. Make sure you're following her on X and subscribe to her on YouTube. Here's some footage here of a gentleman getting taken down by the police for seemingly not doing anything at all. I mean, look at this. He did nothing. From what I can gather, he didn't have a weapon. His arms open like this. He didn't, you know. But all of a sudden, someone says something and dude goes down. Are you shizzing me? Oh. Police arresting someone again for hurty words. Now, overall, it was a case of absolute incompetence on the side of the Met Police right here. As Stephen Barrett at S. Barrett Bar says on X, yet another story of incompetent policing and far-left protesters getting special treatment. Now, what happened, right? When there was violence with the Palestine Action Crew of a week ago. Did any cabinet member speak out against it? Or any of the mainstream media? Or any of those morons on the left? Or the Stand Up to Racism crew? Did any of them speak out against it publicly? Nope, I didn't see anything, did you? This is the thing. Going back to what happened on Saturday, right? Did the Met do this on purpose and lead our two sides physically together to create a violent incident they then could blame on our side? That's the question. And guys, I'm not too sure. Because I'm not going to play this full clip, but go on to it. Leilani Dowdling, apologies. And this is a clip from Tommy Robinson. Now, before I go into it, John Platt, just to quickly say thank you very much for the £4 super chat. Really appreciate your face there. Thank you so much. And so in this clip, okay, and I've watched it in full, Tommy Robinson explains that 2 days prior to the event, it wasn't going ahead because the Westminster Council put in an order to cancel the event, to stop it from happening. The Met Police, right, we actually have to thank the Met Police because the Met Police actually turned around to the council, and I'm paraphrasing here, but told them to freaking piss off and said that the British public had their right to protest peacefully. And so it was thanks to the Met Police that the rally went ahead on Saturday. The council tried to stop it. The council tried to cancel it, right? The Met Police turned around and said, piss off, this thing's going ahead, whether you like it or not. And so, let's put it this way, right? If the Met Police were really against us, why then didn't they take the chance to follow the order from Westminster Council and cancel the event in the first place? Do you see where I'm coming from there? And then furthermore, for me, if they were so against the event, then why would they intentionally allow the two sides to come together in that violent fracas kind of situation, purposefully? To me, it doesn't make sense. To me, I think the Met Police, whoever did it, it was incompetence. It was a mistake that they redirected some of our crew towards the area where the Stand Up to Racism crew were. I don't think it was done on purpose. I don't think it was malicious intent on the Met Police side, okay? What I'm probably saying now is probably going down like a lead balloon for some of you, but best believe, I think it was just sheer incompetence on the Met Police side. I don't really have two brain cells to rub together at this point, really, in the grand scheme of things, don't you think? Barbara Davis, thank you so much for that very wonderful £5 super chat saying, good reporting, Steph. Keep doing what you're doing. I will try my best. Thank you very much. MPNG Creed Menace, thank you so much for gifting one political nerd membership to one of you lucky lots out there. Really, really appreciate your face with that, mate. Thank you so much. I also see Dr. Dan Halen, MD, watching on X. Hey up, Dr. Dan Halen, MD. Thank you so much for participating in the live chat over there. Saying, oh, shiz, I just saw myself in this video. Nice. Hey! Well done, mate. Well done. He also says, I was there. I was in the redirect. I was pushed through 2 police cordons and came within spitting distance of 2 separated groups of Antifa. The direction map isn't entirely true. Okay, fair enough. That's what I found, though. If I find anything else that says to the contrary or says something completely different, I'll report on that as well. But yeah, guys, with that being said, that was Unite the Kingdom Free Speech Rally, what really happened on Saturday, the 13th of September. I was in the thick of it, in the rally itself, marching towards Whitehall. I got to meet so many of you. For those that came up and just said hi, thank you so much. It was surreal, admittedly. I was just expecting to go in, speak to some people, have fun, protest for a cause I truly, utterly believe in wholeheartedly, and be part of history with everyone else. I didn't think in the centre of freaking London with millions around that anyone would say hi to me, let alone know me. So thank you. Kind of feel a little bit awkward kind of talking about it in a way, but I just wanted to, my intention saying this is more to highlight and thank those that came up to me and said hi and were so welcoming and so kind. You guys are amazing. And an extra special thank you to the political nerd that came up to me, right? I shiz you not, gave me a tenner and said, that's your super chat. I'm like, what? And guys, stay tuned because in a couple of minutes, you guys will be redirected to this premiere video right here. Unite the Kingdom Rally, what you missed. I discuss the live, in real life super chat that I got. And yeah, you guys get to see the rally from literally inside the rally, inside the thick of it. I've got interviews with so many people that you guys will get to hear from. And yeah, just to have a little bit of a taster of what happened on the day and the feel of the day, right? This was a carnival. This was a celebration of millions of people coming together in one voice, turning around and saying, we are not the silent majority anymore. We are the majority. You will hear us freaking roar. Enough is freaking enough. We're not far right. We're not racist. We're not bigoted. We have legitimate concerns, and it is high time that those in power listen to us and just don't dismiss us as being the bad side, the evil, the enemy, what have you. Because guess what? We're sick and tired of that. Enough is enough. Stop demonizing us. Stop it. You say you're inclusive, you say you're tolerant, well, be inclusive with us as well. Be tolerant with us as well. Don't say you want to be inclusive and tolerant, but then in the same breath, exclude us, which we are literally in our millions. Don't work anymore. It's not going to work anymore. It's not going to fly anymore. We are freaking done. And Saturday, that was the moment that the world changed, that the country changed. And Keir Starmer can't stop it. The Labour dictatorship can't stop it. The left can't stop it. The left can't be safe now. The left are done. With that being said, it looks like, yes, the premiere is about to start. So all those watching live, stay exactly where you are. You're going to be redirected to this premiere where the after party for the Red Alert broadcast will continue. I'll join you guys in the live chat here as well. But thank you so much to everyone that tuned in to this Red Alert broadcast. I appreciate all your faces. Thank you so much to everyone that hit that like button, that subscribed to Political Nerds, because if you want more, and of course there's going to be more due to the state of our country at the moment, then make sure you subscribe to this channel right now so I can give you more as to what's really going on in our country. Ignore the mainstream media. Freaking clowns to say there were only 100,000 there. No, we were in our millions. Even the drone footage freaking proves that. We believe with our eyes now, not with what mainstream media tries to tell us. You see where I'm coming from there, guys? Anywho, I digress. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribed. Thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in live. Thank you so much to everyone that's chatted in the live chat and kept me company to the very end. Extra special thank you to those that were able to be generous enough to send a couple of super chats my way or give some leaderships, memberships. I appreciate all your faces. Till the next time, you guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Laters.